This next tutorial. This tutorial is going to focus on how we can make this web page a lot more user-friendly, how we can make the middle section expand should our web page need it, and finally how we can use tables to lay out our web page, to insert a menu bar horizontally at the top or vertically down the side. Okay, so in order for us to do this, we need to understand fully how our tables work in Dreamweaver. So to do this, I'm just going to illustrate it really quickly. Imagining this is one of the cells inside of a table. That's one of the portions inside of a table. Right now we'd say that it only has one column and one row. Should we need two columns and one row, the table will look like this, where we have two columns and only one row. Should we need two columns and two rows, then the table will look like this. Okay, so we can reference any cell in a table or the number of cells in a table by telling Dreamweaver that we need how many rows and how many columns we need. Now for our website, we're going to need to make sure we have two rows and one column. So our table layout is going to look something like this for our web pages. Okay, now we know what kind of layout we need to achieve. The next thing that's important is we need to know how we can lay text inside of an actual web page. So the first thing we're going to do is, I'm just going to remove all the cells just to make it a lot more simpler right now, is the first thing we're going to do is talk about the positioning inside of a table. In order to do this, I'm just going to use a little star to illustrate where we can position text. We can position text horizontally, which means across, or vertically. So we need to know where the different areas inside of a table cell are. So we've got this area first. This we can call horizontally, it's to the left, and vertically it's to the top. Then we can call the next position. This position horizontally it's in the center, and vertically it's in the top. Then we've got the next position. Horizontally it's to the right, and vertically it's to the top. And using this idea, we can position text just about anywhere inside of a cell. So the next position would be here, which is vertically in the center and horizontally in the middle. Next one over here, which is horizontally in the center and vertically in the middle. And we've got the next position, which is horizontally to the right, to the left, sorry, and vertically to the center. And we have vertically at the bottom and horizontally at the left. So there's two more left. I think we can guess where they're going to go now. This is vertically at the bottom and horizontally in the center. The last position, this is horizontally to the right and vertically to the bottom. Now we've got that out of the way, we can go to Dreamweaver and decide where it is we are going to need our cells to align the text. So when we start typing, the text will start appearing from. Okay, so let's go back to Dreamweaver. And this area here, you can see is one of the cells. So it's the same analogy applies over here. So first of all, if you remember, this is just a transparent image with nothing on it. So I'm just going to delete that right now and enter a few carriage returns in there so we can fill out the space. Then I'm going to insert myself a table. That's right, a table inside of a table. So I'm going to click inside, click on insert, and choose table. We think back to the example I said, we would need a table with 2 rows and only one column. Now for the table width, I'm going to choose a percentage. Percentage basically makes our table expand and fill the area. Next I'm going to choose border thickness 0, a cell padding of 5 and cell spacing of 0. When I've entered those inside my table dialog, I'm just going to choose OK, and it's inserted a table inside of there for me. I'm just going to stretch this out first of all to how big I need it, and then you can see I've got a cell at the top and a cell at the bottom. I'm just going to carefully with my mouse resize the top area like so, so that the top area will always house my menu. I'm going to insert a menu soon. And then the bottom half can house my content. Okay, I'm just going to delete the spaces I've put in there before. It's important we don't have too many spaces confusing everything. But there, we've got a table now successfully inside of another table. What we need to do now is insert our menu bar over here, and in the bottom over here we can insert our website content. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is insert this menu bar. So, to insert this menu bar, I'm going to go to Insert, then I'm going to choose the Spray menu. From here I'm going to just simply choose a menu bar. That's going to ask me which type of menu bar is it I want. Now, say for example we wanted our menu bar along the side, then we would need to choose a vertical one. And for our table in the middle of our document, we would choose 2 columns and 1 row, as opposed to 2 rows and 1 column, like I've done with this example. I'm just going to choose horizontal because that's the direction I'd like to make my web page. I'm going to choose OK, and it's going to insert for me a menu bar. I'm just going to delete the placeholder there. So now there's my menu. In another tutorial I'm going to show us how we can edit all the items inside of this menu to say the things that we need them to say, and you can see this menu also has some drop down menus attached to it.